Hey everybody! Last night we had the Caltheon Ball, and Pearl Abyss announced a bunch of the new content that's coming out, including the new Nova class coming out the 22nd of December, with pre-creation starting on the 16th. So that was pretty exciting. But as part of that event, they also gave out a bunch of different gifts. And one of them in particular is very interesting and I think warrants some discussion. And you guys have been asking me about it a lot on stream. So I thought I'd make this video to explain what the item is, how you get it, and what I think the best uses of it are. And so that item is, of course, the Jay's Hammer of Loyalty. So real quick, before we start this video and before we do anything else, I want to make sure you guys actually get access to these items. So what you need to do to get the hammer is go on the BDO website and enter the code BDOHAMM, BDO Ham. That will get you the Jay's Hammer. While you're there, also enter the code BDO Valk, BDO VALK. That will get you a 100 fail stack Advice of Valks. And then finally, the code BDO ICED, ICED, BDO ICED. That will get you a tier 4 dragon pet. I'm told these codes expire on January 20th, 2021, but I wouldn't risk it. If you haven't claimed these items yet, go do that right now on the website. If you don't, you will be sorry. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into Jay's Hammer of Loyalty, how it works, and what I think the best uses of it are. Okay, so what is the hammer? The hammer operates in a very similar way to Cronstones. Essentially what it does is it allows you to make an enhancement attempt, but if the enhancement fails, the item does not downgrade. Now, currently, they're telling us this only works on weapons and armor. That's what they said in the stream, and that's what they said on the website. Now, there is apparently a Jay's Hammer that's been data mined that also works on accessories, and some people have been telling me that the one we're getting on Wednesday, because apparently we're getting another one, works on accessories as well. I don't know if that's true yet, but anyway, I just thought I'd mention it. So there's one key difference here that I think might be very, very important, and this isn't confirmed yet. We don't know until we actually test it on Wednesday, because they're currently disabled until Wednesday, the 16th of December. But that is whether or not when you fail, you get fail stacks, or a fail stack increase. That could be pretty important, as you'll see later in the video. But that's what the item essentially does. It allows you to make an enhancement for free. Whatever you click won't downgrade when you fail. So I want to talk about what the best ways to use this are, because this is very different than just giving you, 100 crons, because there's a lot of different things you could click with this that have very different value. So let's talk about some of them. Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of different things you could click with this hammer, but I think there's some that are obviously just bad idea. Don't go using it on Tet Boss Gear or Gruntle or any other garbage. Probably the worst option that you could use the hammer for, which is still not totally stupid, is clicking Pen Boss Gear with it. Now, essentially, this operates very similar to Crons. So if we look at the Cron cost of a Pen Boss Gear, it's somewhere in the range of 429 for something like a Red Nose versus 611 for something like a Dandelion weapon. So your hammers are going to be worth about that. Now, if it does increase the fail stack, there's some value generated there, but you're not going to be clicking, Pen Boss Gear at 300 stacks, or at least most of you won't be. So it's not like you're going to be generating super high value in the increase in the stack for regular Pen Boss Gear most of the time. Certainly if you're not in a position where you would want to use a hammer like this. So, 611 is probably the most worth of crons, is like the most you're going to get out of the hammer if you click it for Pen Boss Gear. I don't think this is a good option. I think every player, even if you just started the game yesterday, has better options for this hammer, because it doesn't expire until March 31st. So that's 5 months away. So Pen Boss Gear is an option for you, but I strongly recommend you don't click Pen Boss Gear on it. And the same logic applies to a Tet Blackstar as well. It costs 591 Cronstones. Click a Tet Blackstar, a little bit higher success rate, but basically the same, 600-ish million silver saving. So that's one option you have, but I encourage you to hold off and not take that option. The next best option would be clicking a Pen Black Star item, preferably a Black Star weapon. You could click like a Black Star armor and stuff, but you honestly don't really want to make Pen Black Star armor anyway. You want to do like a C10 Red Nose to get your Fallen God. But those are like, I can't remember, 1,200 crons or something like that. So that's definitely better than clicking a boss gear. But if you're in a position where you could click a Pen Black Star armor, why not do a Pen Black Star weapon? I think for the vast majority of players, even if it seems like, Pen Black Star is way far away for you, all you need to do is get a Tet, right? And then you can click the pen, and that's going to be a way better option. So it's 3,700 Cron Stones to click a Pen Black Star weapon. I think the Black Star Awakening weapons, which haven't come out yet in North America, cost the same amount, although I'm not sure. We'll have to check when they actually come out. But keep in mind that Black Star Awakening weapons are coming out soon, so you might want to get one of those too, even if you already have a Black Star main hand. Keep that in mind. But like I said, 3,700 Cron Stones to click a Pen Black Star weapon. And so that's, almost a factor of 10 increase in the value of the hammer if you use it for Pen Black Star. So even if you're a new player, I strongly suggest over the next 4 months or so, you focus on getting a Tet Black Star so that you can click it to pen with these hammers and just save them till then. Remember, you have until March 31st to actually use the hammer. So that's what I think is probably the best option for the vast majority of the player base. Next best option would probably be to click a Pen Fallen God. Now, the thing about Pen Fallen God is it's sort of a meme item. It's incredibly difficult to make, on the order of something like 4 trillion silver on average. It costs 4,000 Cron Stones per click, but the problem is on something like a 300 stack, you're going to have to click it well over 1,000 times to make it. Something like 1,250 times to make it. That being said, 4,000 Cron Stones is still a considerable savings, and it's better than clicking a Pen Black Star. If you're in a position where you're going to go for a Pen Fallen God anyway, you probably already have a Pen Black Star, so it doesn't matter. Although, keep in mind, Awakening is coming out, so you might want to use it for that instead. But yeah, that's your option. Now, there's one option that I think is hands down the best option to use this item, and if it didn't ever expire, I would encourage more people to maybe think about this option. But given that there is an expiration date on this, I don't think it's going to apply to 99.99999% of the player base. However, this is what I'm going to do with mine. And that is assuming, and this is still a question, but we think this is the case, assuming you can click the item, and if it fails, you get an increase in fail stacks, that can have huge potential savings when it comes to actually making a Pen Fallen God in the future. So I mentioned how difficult Pen Fallen God was to make before. If you click a Pen Fallen God on something like a 450 stack, you're looking at something around 870 attempts to make it. Now, if you click it on something like an 462 stack, what your stack would be if you used these two hammers to click Fallen God attempts and boost that stack up. Now you're looking at something like going from 870 attempts to 850 attempts. That's 20 attempts saved, 4,000 Cron Stones each. That's 80 billion silver that you're going to save by using the hammers just to boost the stack. And so, this is we're another order of magnitude in value over just clicking the Fallen Gods themselves. And that's including this 4,000 Cron Stones that we save when we click the Fallen God in the first place. So, yeah, I think for my personal case, where I've pretty much maxed out all of my gear, and Fallen God is one of the few items left in the game I might ever go for, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spend the next 4 months building the highest stacks I possibly can, and then essentially right before the hammers expire, I'm going to do a couple of Pen Fallen God attempts. Again, assuming that this actually increases the stack when you fail, which we'll know soon. But yeah, if that sounds like something you'd like to watch, be sure to click the link in the description to tune into my stream. But I think those are your options. I want to just reiterate for everyone Else, for most players, the best thing you can do with this is click a pen black star, preferably a weapon. And I really encourage you guys to not waste this item on a regular pen boss gear attempt, and it's certainly not anything lower than that. This is a potentially very, very valuable item, and you don't want to throw it away on something useless or something you'll regret in a month when you've moved on. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully you guys found this useful. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one.